Bem-vindo a bordo em mais uma entrevista com Asas. No final de semana de 3 e 4 de maio desse ano, 2025, o Memorial da América Latina, aqui em São Paulo, sediou o Bangers Open Air, um festival de rock que reuniu diversas bandas muito bacanas. E entre estas, um dos maiores destaques foi a sueca Sabaton, que faz um heavy metal da melhor qualidade e se destaca por abordar episódios e personagens da história militar em suas músicas. Não é segredo de ninguém que nós amamos rock, né, Covosco? Olha a figura aqui, tá? E se for pesado, melhor. E o que dizer então quando o repertório é todo baseado em história militar, incluindo aviação? Aí não tem como resistir, né? Fala sério. Então, numa exclusiva para você que assiste aqui o canal, fomos no hotel em que estava a banda no sábado, antes da apresentação no festival. E conversamos com o baixista Pär Sundström, que fundou o Sabaton junto com o vocalista Joakim Broder. E também é o líder da banda e um dos principais letristas das músicas. Ou seja, é o cara! Então, aumenta o volume e vamos para a entrevista. So, Pär, first of all, thanks a lot for this interview.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Oh, nice. And I am happy to be here with you.
Okay. It's an exciting day. Looking forward to the concert later today.
Yeah. When was the band created? I heard something about a party when you met Joakim Broden.
Okay, yeah, well, that is true. I mean, I guess that was how people were meeting back then. So the band was formed in 1999. And there was, I mean, the way that you'd introduce each other. So there was already a band kind of working, but it was on a party that I met Joakim, and together we later became the two founding members of what is today Sabaton. And down that right.
And this name, Sabaton, where it came from?
So we originally had an idea for something different, but we realized that that name was already taken. So we decided we need to find a new name. And out of a lot of variations that we were discussing, we had a friend who were drawing a logotype, and we think that Sabaton, there is a Sabaton, says Sabaton, we liked it. Not so much more complicated by then. But also we liked the meaning of it, because a Sabaton is this thing that medieval knights would wear over the shoes, and basically made out of metal. So we thought that, okay, a heavy metal boot kick, it's kind of cool.
But in the beginning of the band, not all the songs were about military history, right?
None of them were when we started. And they were just lyrics about anything that we felt fitting to the song, but the lyrics meant nothing for us. And some years later, we felt that we wanted to write songs about something that matters. And that's how we came up with the idea of military history.
I heard something about Saving Private Ryan movie.
Yeah, it is true. It was we had the music for the song Primo Victoria, and we felt it was kind of epic and powerful. And we were thinking, what are we gonna write for type of lyrics for this epic song? And that day we watched Saving Private Ryan. After we finished with the music recording for the day in the studio, we watched that and we're like, here we go. And we started to write the lyrics in the night.
Okay, but in music, which are your highest influences?
So Sabaton influences comes from a variations of genres, but we mainly grew up with listening to the music of the 70s and 80s. So these would be the rock and heavy metal classic bands of that, like Judas Priest or Black Sabbath and Deep Purple, Rainbow, and these bands would be our base core. Although we realized that we did not want it to sound like them, we wanted to sound a little bit like how we sound like, actually. And some inspiration came from two German bands, Running Wild and Gravedigger. I think that's somewhere between that and the classical rock is where we found our sound. And I mean, today you can say that Sabaton sounds like a lot of bands, but no band sound like Sabaton.
Excellent, nice.
Influences from all over the place.
Where does all this interest in military history come from?
It's more simple. I mean, okay, we did have. I always was interested in history also in school, so it goes back there, but and not crazy much. We just felt that we wanted to write songs about something that was real and that mattered.
Oh, okay.
And it became history. And as we started to write about it, we also get more interested. And over the years, yes, more and more.
Interesting. And your songs, the band songs today, now, recent, goes beyond ideology and, stereotypes. Yeah. But we are living in some crazy time with this cancel culture and so on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Would you worry about the band being classified as something stigmatized, something like that?
No, I mean, if there will come to such a thing, I think that the world has bigger problems than us being a heavy metal band and cannot play. Then I think that there are some bigger things in motion that I don't want to think about. For now, we can play heavy metal. For now, we can be Sabaton. We're happy with that.
Now, about I am a fan, your channel on YouTube, Sabaton History.
Yeah.
You know, I never saw anything like that from a rock band.
I guess that's why, because no other rock band did it.
Yeah, and how it was born.
Okay, so actually a long time ago when we were sitting and writing what is liner notes in the booklet of our first record, Prima Victoria. In there we write some little story what each song is about. And we were discussing that this was a great thing because then the fans can read the lyrics, read the story, and listen to the songs. We thought it was a great idea, and we said, let's continue to this in the future coming records as well. And then we were discussing how other ways could we potentially tell the story. And then we said, imagine the ultimate goal is like to make a documentary movie about each song. And we kept that in our mind. And in 2009, we decided that we have now the resources to create something like that. So we went on and we started Sabaton History Channel. Now we are 130 documentary movies we have done, and it's all out there for anybody to watch.
Great. And I wrote a book about the Battle of Kursk. So it's not so difficult to understand that one of the best songs from Sabaton for me is Panzer Camp.
Okay, yeah.
May you tell me something about the song?
It was an early song. It's from the Art of War album, written in 2007. So it's almost 20 years old. And we knew already when we had this guitar riff. It was very powerful. It sounded like a lot of tanks. And then we're like, okay, so where was there most tanks? Kursk. That's why it ended up there.
And what about No Bullets Fly?
So when we do look for stories, we always start with the music. We think, what does it sound like?
Okay.
Then, for example, with the Panzerkampf, of course, it sounds very tank and heavy and like this. And No Bullets Fly sounded like a story in the air. So we looked for those kind of things, and looking. I have a huge library of ideas because for many years fans have sent in ideas for songs all over the world. And when I see something that we haven't before, I kind of think, where would this fit? Like maybe an album called Heroes or an album called Last Stand. And I would take this, like this would be a Last Stand. And then I would put the idea into my library on the computer. And at some point when I need to find something, there's a lot in there. And then we're like, this maybe fits to that song and this. And along the lines there was suggestion, because there was a book called A Higher Call written by a guy who we met many times, who became a close friend of the band. And his name is Adam. And some fans suggested, like, look at this, it's a great story. And we thought, yeah, actually, and it fits to this song because we need an aviation song.
Yeah. And of course, I have to ask you about Smoke and Snakes.
Yeah, of course. So this is from the album Heroes. And so what we were looking for was, we had already several of them written and that we knew by heart and by head, like these ones we're gonna add to the Heroes album. But when we ran a little bit, okay, let's try something that we don't really know. Like, let's look beyond what we know about. And so I translated the word heroes into various languages and started to see what else came up. Because if I search in English, I will find stories in English.
Yeah.
But I put it down and I put it in German. And then this story came up in German. And we were reading it through, me and Joachim, and we're like, there we go. That's what we were looking for. A story we didn't know, a story very few probably would know about, outside of Brazil, though.
Yeah.
So.
And well, Pär, we have a tradition in our interviews to finish with some fast, quick questions and answers.
Okay.
Okay? So let's start here. A hobby.
A hobby. Computer games.
Favorite movie?
Wow, favorite movie. 300.
300. Okay. A book?
A book. Lord of the Rings.
Okay. So, favorite band, artist or composer?
Sabaton, who just recently played here.
Yeah. And your favorite dish?
Tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah.
A hurt place, anywhere in the world?
A what?
Place.
A place. Home.
Oh.
It's boring. Stage. Wherever the stage is, I choose that.
And a special, unforgettable moment?
In the band's history or anything?
In your life?
Unforgettable moment. I don't know. I mean, the recording of the song Prima Victoria, because I know it will change my life. And it's something in my adult life that I never, I still remember it very clearly.
Okay. From all times and place, if you could sit down for a friendly talking, drinking a beer, okay, with a historical personage, who would be?
Oh, I don't know. This is there are some that would be interesting. now I can't remember. I'll take somebody like a famous pirate to dig down a treasure, and I will ask where you hide the treasure, and then I will go and dig it up, and then I will be rich.
So, thank you a lot for the interview.
Thank you.
E aí, já tem a sua playlist do Sabaton no Spotify? Se não tem, vai lá criar e se inscreva no Sabaton History no YouTube. Obrigado por estar aqui comigo e com o Kowalski, do canal da revista Asas, o melhor de aviação e sua história e cultura no YouTube. Um grande abraço e até o próximo voo!